Hi friends, today we are going to be learning a new math concept. So just real quickly, our TEK is going to be 3.5D and we're going to be using the area model to do this. We're going to make three connections today. Our first connection is the students will use multiplication to regroup in base 10 to find the product of two-digit numbers. Our second connection is that the students will make connections between grouping numbers using virtual visuals in base 10 numbers. Our third connection is that the students will make connections to grouping numbers and decomposing them using multiplication. A misconception that you may have is where to put the numbers and how to multiply them after that. You may have this misconception if you do not know how to break down base 10 numbers very well, but I'm going to do the best job that I can to be very clear with my instruction and show you how to use the virtual visuals well. And if you have any questions after that, then I can definitely help you. So I am going to share my screen and we are going to look at our word problem. So our word problem today is Max is having a party and decided to buy some balloons. He buys 15 bags of balloons with 25 balloons in each bag. How many balloons does Max have altogether? So that is what we are going to find out today using multiplication. And here we have our chart. We have our ones place, our tens place, and our hundreds place. This is where we will put our units. This is where we will put our longs, and this is where we will put any flats that we have. And down here, this last box is where we are going to write our answer. So let's move over to our Smart Notebook, where we have our grid paper. And here is our multiplication problem up at the top left corner. It is 15 times 25. So let's start by decomposing 15. So 15 is made up of 10 units, and 10 units we know makes up one long, and then 5 units. So one long and 5 units. So we're gonna put our one long right here, our 10 right there, and our 5 units right here. And now we're going to decompose 25. So 25 is made up of 2 groups of 10 units. So we know that is 2 longs because one group, 10 units, makes up one long. We have 2 of those, so we have 2 longs, and we have 5 units left over. So we're going to put our first long right here and our second long right there. And then we have 5 units left over, and we're going to put them right there. So now that we've done this little piece, we can start multiplying. So 10 times 10 is 100. And we are not going to do anything else because this right here in that little box is a flat. So we don't have to break up the flat at all. 10 times 10 again is 100. So again, we don't have to break up the flat. Now 10 times 5, this is where it gets a little bit trickier. 10 times 5 is 50. So we are going to make a rectangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of 5 longs. Just like that, we have to break the flat in half, just like that, to have 50. So now we have our 50 longs. Now we're going to do this side of the multiplication. We're going to do 10 times 10 is 100, and we already have that. 10 times 5 is 50. So we have to break the long for a second time into 5, and then we write our 50 right there. Now we do 10 times 5 is 50, so we have to break it again. Can you believe it? And then we're going to write our 50 right there. Now we do 5 times 5. Ooh, that's different. 5 times 5 is 25. So how are we going to break that? Well, we have to break the flat into 2 longs and 5 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe that's 5. No, that's 6. Let me fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. Perfect. There we go. And so that's 25. So we're going to write in our 25 right there. And I know it's kind of hard to see the 5, but we have our 2 longs that are the 20, and then our 5 units, which are the 5, so that we can see that that is 25. So now we can start going back and forth to our chart. So our first was our ones place, right? So how many units do we have here? We have 5 units. That's all that's in the ones place. So we're gonna write 5 units there. So let's go over to our little grid and we're gonna write a 5 right there. Now we're gonna go to our tens place and see how many longs we have. So our tens place is right here, right here, right here, right there, right there, and right there. So let's count it. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, and there are no numbers in the tens. There's 0, which means no longs in the tens place there. So we know we can count by 5. We have 5, 10, 15, and then 16, 17 from that 25. So we have 17 in the, oh, no, this one. 17 in the tens place, but can we do that? No, we can't do that because then this turns into 7 ones, 7 units and 1 long, and that's not what we want. So we have to move that 1 over to the hundreds place, and we have 0 units there. So now let's look at the hundreds place. So we have no hundreds here, no hundreds here, no hundreds here, no hundreds here, but we've got 2 right here. That is the hundreds place. It's that third place unit right there. So we have 2 hundreds that we're going to write in. So we have 2 in our hundreds place, 0 in our tens place, and 0 in our ones place because we have no longs and no units for those. So now let's add it all up together. 5 plus 0 is 5, 7 plus 0 is 7, 2 plus 1 is 3. So Max, all together, all the balloons that he has together, he has 375 balloons. So we're going to go back to our chart and write that in, that 15 times 25 equals 375. And from our multiplication, we can see that we multiplied every single number to come up with that answer. I hope that you guys learned a lot, and if you have any questions, let me know. Bye, friends.